Tech in due course. All around I see Christchurch Tech ex-inmates. We did well. Ian and Boiler and I of course followed. Tony, Roger, Lynn, you're everywhere. Okay, pillars of society were turned out from Christchurch Tech obviously. 1939, 1945, a world war. Of probably more significance was 3 Norrish children born during that period. Less impact than a world war perhaps, but give us time. 1958, the first grandchild is born, Sandra Jane, who unfortunately can't be here today because she's living somewhere in upstate New Hampshire. I have no idea why people do these things, but here she is. At that stage, 4 generations of us were living at 74 Corson Avenue in what was originally a 2-bedroom villa. And I keep thinking, how did that work? How did we all get in there? But the verandas had been glassed in, a sleep out was built out the back, and we all got by just fine. And as for growing up in a house with parents and grandparents, I can recommend it to anybody. It's a lovely way to grow up. The grandchildren continued to arrive over the next 20 or so years. The score so far for Mum is 3 children, 6 grandchildren, 9 great-grandchildren and counting, and this extended family ranges geographically from Western Australia across through Canberra, Wellington, Santa Fe, New Mexico and New Hampshire. However, the greatest concentration is here right in Canterbury, which is where the ancestors arrived. In 1973, Dad died and Mum was left a widow. The children had long since left home for exotic locations, or in my case Wellington, and Mum was left in the family home and fairly quickly I think decided that it was time for another move. So without consultation, because she's one of these strong Bigham women, she moved off into the flatting life and lived in a couple of flats and ended up here in Oxford. I make these points again simply to show you that these Bigham women are strong, and they've done very well. At the time she moved to Oxford, I remember Mum saying, well, I'm really a country girl at heart. I've always been a country girl. Well, apart from ignoring a brief 40-year spell in the city, of course, she's right. So, Mum, you've left us with a love of walking. Boiler complained about the walks, I know, but they've left us with an enthusiasm for walking, an enthusiasm for reading. That's the thing that I hope everybody passes on to their children, just that love of reading. Thank you for that, Mum. And a love of good food. And we'll get to the food very shortly. What better preparation for life could we have? So, Mum, it's been a busy first century. It's now time for you to relax, take it easy, and I think we've got a little job.